Welcome to Bexley Test 1 exam papers, plus we will cover questions 15 onwards. Every single question you can always pause and then have a go first, and then listen to me explain it. Here we go. Question 15. Natalie thinks of a number. She doubles her number, divides by 3, dun dun, she ends up with the number a fifth of 100. What number did she start with? So with these really long questions, I just ignore that bit. I go straight to the end because really they're asking for what number did we start with. We're starting here. 1/5 of 100. Well, what is that? 20. So she ends up with 20, and now this is just a normal reverse question. We read backwards and we do the opposite. Can you see here it says multiplies by 4? That means we need to divide by 4. 20 divided 4 is equal to 5. Then we now subtract 7. Well, we do the opposite. So we add 7. 5 plus 7 will be 12. And then divide by 3. Nope. We need to times by 3. We have this. 12 times 3 is 36. She doubles her number. Nope. We need to halve the number. So that will be 18. And that is there. In the real exam, you can check if you've got time. And now I'm going to start from the beginning. Natalie thinks of 18. What's she going to do to it? She's going to double. 18 times 2 is 36. Then we're going to divide 3. 36 divided 3 is 12. Then we're going to subtract 7, which is 5. And now we're going to times by 4, which is 20. And she ends up with the number that is 1/5 of 100, which is 20. So there we go. D is the answer. Next question. Question 16. Which of the following is the best description of the three numbers above? Now, when we're checking, I tell my students you should check near the end. Check C, D, and E first. It might be one of them instead because the examiner wants you to do more work, to check more. They are all multiples of 21. That just means in 21 times table. That's the cool thing. None of them are in the 21 times table. D, they are three consecutive square numbers. Well, let's just check. 81, is that a square number? 9 times 9. 100, is that a square number? 10 times 10. 121, is that a square number? 11 times 11. How nice. So we have 9 squared, 10 squared, 11 squared. So D should be great. How nice is that? D is the answer. I'll just check the rest because this is a video. Just want to make it useful for you. Multiples of 3, are they all in the 3 times table? Well, only 81 is. That's 3 times 27. There's a really cool way to see 81. You see that? 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. Why is he writing it like this? Because now we can group the two 3's. That is 9. That is also 9. So really we can see this is exactly 9 times 9. Option A. Now, of course, in the real exam, you just move on, but I'm still going to make it useful for you. They are 3 consecutive odd numbers. That's not true. That means something like 1, 3, 5. They are odd numbers and they are all next to each other. 3 consecutive prime numbers. Well, actually, none of them are prime. There we go. D is the answer. Next. Question 17. The diagram shows a garden path is the same width all the way round. So what does that mean? You see 60 centimeters there. That means it's 60 centimeters there as well. That gap. Alright, that can be useful because we can draw it like this. Every time you see this grey path, well, just split it up into rectangles. It's good. 60 centimeters there as well. What's the area of the garden path? That's the grey bit. Let's go one part at a time. Job done. Here. That red top bit. Well, what is that? The area for a rectangle is length times width. So 7 meters times 60 centimeters. But look ahead. Can you see? All the areas are in terms of meters squared. So that's what we want. We must change it into meters. look at the first number, 60 centimeters is 0.6 meter. Now we do this times that, which will be 4.2 meters squared. Bottom part, that's exactly the same. So now we have 4.2 plus 4.2 because there are two of them. 8.4. Now this part. Well, what is the height? Well, we know this bit is 0.6. 0.6. The whole thing we can see is 3. So let's just take that bit off. Then we get the purple bit, just that bit. 0.6 plus 0.6 is 1.2. Then we have 3 meters minus 1.2 meters is 1.8 meters. Now we still have 60 centimeters here. So that rectangle will be, if I just draw it fully here, let's go black. That bit. That, let me make it thicker here. That is that bit. Let me move it over here. So we got 0.6 times 1.8. Okay, think of it like 18 times 6 really, which is 144 divided by 100 is 1.44. Now that was a bit quick, I'll do that slowly. 18 times 6 up top. That's just a normal calculation here. Now how was William really fast? How was he so able to go from this to 1.44? Let me show you. The calculation we want is 1.8 times 0.6. You see the first bit? That's divide 10. Okay, so what? How about this one? That's also divide 10. So overall, what's happening? You divide 10, so here you divide 100. That's a really nice way to see it. This is 1.44. So now what? We have the area of each bit. That number. Those are the two rectangles, that bit and that bit. The number we've just worked out, that is like a green rectangle here. So that's 1.44, and now we just add the two together. Good stuff. So it is 8.4 plus 1.44, which is 9.84. I just paused the video just to figure out what I did wrong. You see the 7, that's actually up to that point. That's why my numbers are a tiny bit off, and then you add 1.8. So let me just show it again with a new diagram. Here. Can you see the 7 actually goes to that bit? So I'm just going to draw the rectangle. We're good. Easy fix. That is 7 times 0.6, which is 4.2. That's the same. So 4.2 again, so we have 8.4. And then the last one, that's 3 times 0.6, which is 1.8. So there we go. So you see that bit, you can actually ignore that calculation. Even though that was actually wrong, that's 108. So overall, let's fix it. It's red plus green. Done. It is 8.4 plus 1.8. Which is 10.2. Good. C is the answer. Now, in the real exam, what would actually happen? The funny thing is, even if I was under pressure, I would still get it correct. How so? Because when we worked out the red one, it was already 8.4. So we know it can't be E because that's the smallest one. It can't be D because it's 8.4 already plus a bit. Now, the other two are way too big. That's gigantic. Nope. And that, it could have been A. But if we look at that green bit, it's just a little bit more than 8.4. How nice. So the cool thing is, based on exam technique, we would have got it correct anyway. Okay, guys, that is it for now. Let's see. We're 9 minutes in. That's it for now. Short video. Good. Top corner will be the normal videos to recommend. Top left will be the previous video in this math series, and bottom left, when I have released it, it'll be the next video to keep you watching, to keep learning about maths to pass your 11+ exams.